Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. How do your boys feel about their sister having a boyfriend?
But I would be doing the same thing.
You don't get along with me, there's a problem.
Your family's opinion matters. Buddy had unexpected foot surgery.
If you like the guy, go talk to him.
That's probably the advice I would have gave too, I have to say. No, not at all. I raised her well, Erica.
You made a good call.
That's how I would approach it.
She gets the days, I get the nights.
Before she goes, I want to answer this first.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. I am your co-host, Erica Spera.
And I'm Lisa Valastro.
And we're back.
Yay!
Season 3. Welcome back, everybody.
Everyone's been asking, when you coming back? Well, here we are.
I know. We had a little break for holidays, you know. Things get busy. The bakery's the busiest it ever is during that time.
Bakery's busy. Kids are busy. Holidays, shopping, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Well, you have a little update of you're back in the bakery.
Yes, I am. My husband. So funny you ask, because, once the kids get older, you feel like you got to do something. That's the way I feel. And I said to my husband one day, going back a couple months, I'm like, I'm thinking about going back to get my recertification to be a surgical tech, because that's what I was prior to the bakery.
Yeah.
I was in the, if you want to call it, the medical field. And he's like, why would you do that? I have so much going on at work. Come and help me out. So I went in that direction, and I've been helping my husband out a little bit at the bakery.
Do you like it? Love it?
I do like it. I'm helping him with our new places that we're opening up around the country. I'm like the designer, I guess you want to call it.
Okay. Awesome.
So I said, I have a surgical tech degree. I have a mother degree. Now you could add designer to that.
There you go.
All good.
Yeah.
As long as I'm helping out in any way, I don't care.
Right. Or it's just, it's nice to keep busy too.
Exactly. It's nice to get up with a routine in the morning, and it's not like, oh, I have nothing to do today. No, I have a lot to do today, actually.
I know. Well, it's funny. I walked in, we were getting ready to film. Immediately I was like, I smell the garlic.
Oh,
Something's cooking. What's going on?
Well, because now I have to schedule my times. I knew that we had to film this today, and I had some work to do this morning. I'm like, well, I got to get dinner on the table too. By the time I'm done filming, my kids are going to be coming home and they're going to want to eat. So I made a pot of sauce with some meatballs today, and my famous egg balls that everyone likes.
Yeah, I love them. They're great. I love the egg balls.
Then you're going to have to stay for dinner, Erica.
I will not be fighting that. You don't have to force me to have one of those. So we did have some follow-up questions from our first season.
Okay.
One big one was you chickened out on your colonoscopy.
I did chicken out on my colonoscopy, but I'm happy to report that a couple weeks ago, I did have my first colonoscopy.
You did.
I did. It happened. I had to just suck it up and put my big girl pants on and do what I had to do, because, the reason why I went, I'm only 42 years old, and they say, I think you should start, I don't know if it's 45 or 50. They keep lowering it, the ages. But the reason why that it was on my mind to go was because just recently found out that on both sides of my family, my mom's side and my dad's side, my aunt was diagnosed with colon cancer, and she's only 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
And my cousin, who's actually younger than me, went for a colonoscopy, and she had precancerous polyps.
Wow.
So having it on both sides of the family kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it's also, am I wrong? It is more rare in women? I feel like,
I'm not sure.
Like, I almost feel like men, there's more pressure on them to get this colonoscopy early, or like make sure they have whatever routine checks, because I think it's just more common. But
that I'm not sure about. But it just so happened that the two people on either side of my family both happen to be women. So being that, I just have things that love to grow in my body. I mean, my medical history from the past.
Yeah.
I had to put it on the schedule to do. And the first time I chickened out, but I did not chicken out the second time.
Okay. I have to ask you though, because isn't there a prep of like,
yes,
you can't eat solids or something?
Okay.
Because I want to ask, what's worse, the recovery or the prep?
By far the prep.
Yes.
By far.
Okay. That's what I feel like is the most annoying thing.
So the way it is, the day before your colonoscopy, you're on clear fluids.
Yeah.
Like chicken broth, clear fluids like ginger ale. I was so nervous that I literally just drank water the whole day and had one small bowl of chicken broth that I was just like, I had no nutritional value that day, no sugar, no nothing.
Oh my God.
I felt so weak. And then at 5 p.m. that night, So if your procedure is the next morning at 5 p.m. the night before, you have to start your prep. Now, anyone that's ever done a colonoscopy that I know, their prep is they drink the stuff. The stock.
Yeah, I was like, there's something they give you, right?
But when I went to pick up my prescription, it wasn't liquid, it was pills. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay, this could be good or bad. I don't know. I've never seen the pill form of it. They said, oh, it's something new. I'm like, all right, I went with it. The doctor prescribed it. I went with it. So now I start reading the instructions, and at 5 p.m., you have to take these 12 pills. 12, which made me nervous because I looked at the pills and, they weren't tiny. They weren't the biggest pills I've ever seen, but they looked like the size of a vitamin, let's just say.
Is it like a water pill?
No, it was a white pill. I don't know. And you had to swallow 12 of them.
Jeez.
With 16 ounces of water. And then 30 minutes later, drink another 16 ounces of water.
Okay.
And then like 30 minutes after that, another 16 ounces of water. So 12 pills and what is that? 16 times 3? How many ounces is that?
32 is a 1 liter, so a liter and a half. Yeah.
So that within like an hour and a half. And then you just sit and wait. And I sat and wait. And I have to say that first initial thing that I had to do was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay. All right.
So I'm like, okay, I could do this.
Yeah.
But then at 10 o'clock at night, you have to do it all over again.
No.
So it's another 12 pills with the 16 ounces. And then again, 30 minutes after that, another 16. And 30 minutes after that, another 16. But remember, at this point, you're already starting to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I was going to say this is like essentially to clear you out before the colonoscopy. Is the, I guess, descriptive and not descriptive way we can just say it?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, something I've never gone through in my life before.
And what time is your procedure in the morning?
I had to be there at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So my procedure was at 10.
So I was going to say 10 p.m. almost feels a little late. Where you're like, if I'm trying to go to bed, but...
Oh no, you don't sleep at all.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. It doesn't sound like it.
You don't sleep at all. Now, I guess because I really didn't eat anything of nutritional value the day before, I was just so nervous. And now you're draining your body of anything that it has left in it. 45 minutes after I took that second round of pills, thank God, because they give you this cup to fill up the 16 ounces of water.
Yeah.
I had that cup next to me because when I tell you, I all of a sudden just started profusely vomiting.
Oh my God.
And at that point, those pills have been in your stomach for like 45 minutes already. So they're starting to, I guess, melt away. And they tasted, God forgive me, horrendous.
Oh I can
my
imagine.
God, coming up, it was horrible.
I'm sure.
Now I'm nauseous because whatever that second round I took down all came up.
Yeah.
The second round didn't get through my system. So now I'm worried, am I going to be able to do this colonoscopy because it's going to clean me out the way I need to be cleaned out?
Yeah, I was like going to say, did you try to call the doctor? Like,
no, because at this point, it's like almost midnight.
Right.
And I didn't know what to do. And my husband happened to be away because he was in Texas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do I do? I'm by myself. I'm throwing up. I'm nauseous. I'm like, I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
So I honestly did not end up falling asleep. I want to say till maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I got up early the next morning and I'm like, I'm just going to go and I'm going to tell them that what happened and let them evaluate whether they're able to do it or not.
Right.
So when I got there, my daughter drove me. She wasn't allowed to come in, so she stood outside. When I got there, I said to them what had happened. And I also told them that I was really weak and that, if I would stand up fast, I would get like these like black spots.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I think my sugar is low because that's usually what happens to me. Like if I don't eat every so often, my sugar gets low. So they right away checked my sugar and it was like down to 50.
Ooh.
And all of a sudden, the lady runs in with this bag of like, I guess, sugar water and then just start pumping it through my IV.
Yeah, give you
They're
something.
like, we can't bring you in there until I get your sugar up.
Oh, okay.
I go, well, you told me not to eat nothing all day yesterday. I've completely drained my body of any fluids it has in it. I've been throwing up half of the night.
Do you think like maybe like a Gatorade would be included to get you some sugar or something?
You know, I'm pretty sure there was drinks on the list that I could have had to give me some sugar. Because again, then you have to watch out for no reds, no purples.
Right,
there was just too many rules and regulations for me that I'd rather do nothing.
Yeah.
But in the long run, it actually ended up hurting me because I should have taken in some type of calories. But you know what? I was there a little bit longer. They got my sugar up, which once they gave me those IVs, I felt great. The procedure itself was the easiest thing in the world.
You're like, I got to sleep.
It was honestly, they wheeled me in, and before I knew it, I was awake and walking out and going home. I'm like, if the whole process was this easy, but
the prep
was a doozy for me. You know, some people that have to do it often or whatever, you know, now I guess for next time I'll be prepared.
Right.
Thank God I don't have to go for 5 years. Everything was perfect, clean, good, nothing to pluck out. So I'm good for 5 years.
Okay.
But at least I know now for the future what to expect.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe next time I'll drink the second round of water a little slower. I think I was just trying to get it down just to get it over with.
Yeah.
But for anyone who has to go for a colonoscopy, brace yourself for the prep. But the procedure is pretty easy.
It was fine.
It was fine.
Next day, I mean, right after you're moving around?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Or did you feel like I just took it easy on the couch?
Yeah, completely fine. Right after, honestly, I was going to go to my son's game. You know, you can't drive, so you need a driver for the rest of the day.
Right.
But the procedure itself was the easiest thing in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't know if this counts as a cosmetic thing, but have you ever heard of people getting I think it's just called a colonic cleanse?
You know, I heard of that.
And it's like a clean out type of thing.
First
but I've heard
of all,
some doctors be like, you actually aren't supposed to do that. But I've had friends do it and they're like, oh, you feel great. Like you feel.
I've never had that done before.
Yeah.
Just the thought of it freaks me out a little bit.
Right? A little bit. But I feel like it's like a weird trend.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It was like a trend for a minute of, I don't know. I don't know if it falls under like health nut type of trend or cosmetic. Like I said, I don't know. I've
heard about it. I didn't think it was a trend, but I definitely heard about it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I heard about it, but I can't see myself going to do something like that. I mean, if you have to knock me out.
Yeah. I was like, getting a wax is enough.
Yeah.
Like that's enough. Of
yeah. I go do laser hair removal. I want to be knocked out for that. Never mind.
Right? I'm like, I'm all right. Like electively? I'm like, I'd rather just get like a regular massage. That'd be nice. Not do something else.
So I went through it. I'm alive. I'm good to go.
Funny, I actually have a fun update.
Oh, tell me.
So remember, I don't know how many episodes ago, when you were in Vegas, you went to the Comedy Cellar out there.
Yeah.
For the first time. And we talked about it and I was like, oh yeah, I hope to work there one day. Well, in my news of, so I did a set on James Corden, which is very, very exciting.
Yes, I watched it.
Yeah.
You were amazing.
Yeah, very, very fun. Very excited. And then from that, I got into working the Comedy Cellar in general in New York City is their main location.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a nice accomplishment, especially, you know, everything you just like work for a long time. And then all of a sudden it feels like, oh, everything's happening kind of at once.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So now I get into the New York one, but next week I'm going to work the Vegas location.
Ooh,
for the first time.
Fun.
I'm very excited. I've never been to Vegas ever.
You needed to tell me this. I would have came with you.
Well, it's funny when we were set up to record, you were like, I'm going the week after. I was like, I just missed the same week.
That's right.
But I know you guys are there a lot. I'm going back in April too. But
okay.
If anything, I was going to be like, obviously I got to go check out Buddy V's.
Absolutely.
Have a nice meal.
Pizza Cake, Buddy V's, Boss Cafe, Jersey Eats. You got to check them all out, Erica.
I know you have all of them. But it's funny. My mom found out. She's like, what? You're going to Vegas? And I saw that look in her eyes. I'm like, are you trying to come? Are you trying to come?
You know she is.
I know. Because I was like, do you like to gamble? Do you play blackjack? What's your game?
I do not play blackjack. I've played with my husband before. You know, sometimes he wants me to play with him and I'll do it just to make him happy. Not that I don't enjoy blackjack. There's too many rules, you know, and if I'm going to play something, I'm going to play for fun, not to listen to the rules.
Right.
So I'm more of a roulette player because it's pick a number.
You're like, I get it. I either win or I don't win.
Exactly.
It's funny. I play roulette, but I play the like safest roulette of I'm like black. I bet like black. I bet odd, even. I'm like, and then it doubles if it wins. I know the numbers.
Yeah, I don't play any of that. I have my set numbers and I never change my set numbers. So actually the dealers are probably board with me because they know exactly what numbers I play. And it's funny because Buddy and I went to Mohegan Sun recently. We went for the Sun and Wine Festival.
Oh, yeah.
And, we also have a bakery there. And we just launched our savory food at that bakery. And we're launching savory in all our bakeries.
Well, that's exciting. What kind of, do you know what kind of food it is yet?
So it's sandwiches, it's pizzas.
Oh, okay. So literally, savory and sweet.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
and
right.
we're excited about that. So we went down there and, we were there for one night and Buddy went to the blackjack table and I went to the roulette table. Before you know it, I was sitting there for like 5 hours. I looked at the clock and I'm like, oh my God, it's 2:30 in the morning. I looked over at my husband like, we need to go to bed. But it's just, I'm not a big better. Like you give me a little bit of money and I'll sit there for hours. I'm, you win some, you lose some. So I always stay even. I never walk away winning like a lot of money. I either walk away with the money I started with or maybe a little bit more. Once in a blue moon, I do lose. But at least I was there for 5 hours. Yeah,
well, that's why I play with my little odds and even. It it just makes the money stretch for longer.
Exactly.
But that's how casinos get you, man. There's no clocks. There's no I also heard machines pump out oxygen that keep you awake. Keeps you there longer.
They do. Apparently from the ceilings, they pump out oxygen. And it's like, and then, would you like a drink? Would you like a drink?
Yeah,
and, after like 5 coffees, I'm like, yeah, sure.
You're wide awake, wired, playing the table.
So you're going to Vegas.
I am. First time. I do have, my one friend's going to come just for a couple days.
Oh, nice.
Which will be fun because she was like, she had been to Vegas only once before. She was 21.
Okay.
She's like, but I was with my parents. So she's like, they tried to be like, let's take you out and whatnot. She's like, I didn't really go dancing with my parents or anything. So we are going to get this. So I have shows it's every night, Monday through Sunday.
Are you going to go see Thunder from Down Under?
No, but we are going to see Magic Mike.
Oh, it's basically the same thing. It's basically the same thing.
It's always like, I don't know if it's a different generation, but I have heard Chippendales is good too. I don't know. But Magic Mike was I was in high school and Channing Tatum was one of my guys that I was always he's so hot. And then of course the movie Magic Mike comes out. Yeah. So it's so funny to be it kind of makes me feel old that I'm I saw this movie in high school. Now I'm 30, I'm going to almost be 32 years old. Now I'm going to Magic Mike, my friend, but
listen.
We're why not?
I'm curious to hear what you think about it when you get back. I've never been to a Chippendale. I've never been to nothing. And, I got married young and I was innocent and young. And now I'm I can't go do that. I'm married. It's I'm committing a sin.
I know, but it's not I guess you might get chosen to come up on stage.
Yeah, I would be too nervous. I would be mortified. I can't do that.
I know. I was a little nervous. My friend, she was looking up reviews and she was like, oh, okay, I got a second floor or something, I think, and a table. And in my brain, I go, oh, okay, that's where the older people sit, that we don't be bothered. She was like, and then all of a sudden she goes, okay, yeah, because they're more likely to interact with tables. I was like, oh.
Oh, boy.
I was like, if someone's going on stage, it's you. It's not me. I'm fine. I'll sit down.
Erica, you're single. If
I know,
I was
so
single, I'd be
you yeah?
Yeah.
You have a Magic Mike guy in your lap on stage?
If I was single with no kids, I mean, come on. But
I know.
You gotta come back with stories.
Everybody. It's more in front of everyone. I get a little nervous.
You don't even know anybody there.
Right? True. I mean, I will have a good time.
You need to come back with stories. I need to live through you, Erica.
I know. I was just why not? I've never been to one either. I've been to drag shows and stuff like that, but that's very just everybody's dancing, having a good time. So
yeah.
I was well, fulfilling out, I guess, my childhood fantasy. I'm going to go see Magic Mike live.
Can't wait for our next episode together.
Truly, though. But I was why not? I get in the day early and they have a show and it's I'm more of a show person than a gamble person. Yeah. So blame it on the fact I don't gamble. I want to go see some men with some abs.
There you go. There you go.
But I don't know. I'm excited. I've just never been.
Yeah. No, listen, it's a fun place. It's a fun place to see. Yeah. It's fun that you're going with your girlfriend.
Right. Yeah.
You guys
She'll be there
are both single and have a good time.
I know. We'll do shows. I'll figure it out. I'll have some fun. Yeah. Because I know it's a place I'm yeah, you want to go out with somebody. I don't want to just be by myself all the time. So.
No, absolutely. It's definitely to go with somebody else.
I'll figure it out. So, all right. So we got some questions today, guys. Again, if you want to email some questions, you can email us at whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. Okay, so Let's go here. All right. Wedding planning drama.
Oh, boy.
Always fun. Okay. Hi, Lisa and Erica. I'm getting married in October of this year. My fiance and I are having some issues with his mother on how the wedding should go. We just want a church ceremony and then cake and punch in the fellowship hall afterwards. No big reception. His mom, however, is very upset at this idea. And whenever we try to talk to her about it, she tells us if we are going to be cheap, then just go elope. It's not about being cheap. It's just that we both don't picture having a party since we aren't party people. Any advice about talking to her about this whole situation and helping her to understand our side of it would be helpful. Thank you and God bless. From Jessica. That's tough.
Jessica. What did she say in the beginning? What do her and her fiance want? They just want the ceremony?
They just want to do like the ceremonies at the church and then whatever hall is connected. You go over there for, she said, some cake, punch. Just, I don't know. Well, small little thing.
Again, the mom said if you're not going to have a party, then elope. That's basically like eloping.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like
big thing. Again, I'm a true believer that when two people get married, it's what makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest. It's what makes them happy. It's about them. And everyone's just there for the ride.
Yeah.
And if that's what makes them happy and they're not party people, then that's what they should do. And the comment that the mom made, which was, if you're not going to have a reception, is that what she said, then elope? Well, they kind of are eloping. They're eloping in church. So,
right.
So I see nothing wrong with that. I have to be honest. And the more I see the younger generation, I know years ago when I got married, it was all about the big wedding.
Yep.
I mean, the big wedding, the big dress, the 5-course meals, the Venetian hour. It was the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
And I mean, I had like 450 people at my wedding.
Insane. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then obviously the Italian tradition is you need to go talk to every table and take a picture with every table. And you're like, I'm not even enjoying my own party.
No. But I have noticed, I don't know, and I hate to bring up COVID again. I don't know if COVID is the issue, or I don't know if it's just a different generation, or people are not having weddings like what I remember.
No, and it was a trend because of it, because you couldn't have too many people.
Yeah.
And I felt like so many people also were just like, oh, this is just easier.
Yes.
It's just less of a fuss, less of a big plan.
And I also feel that, is it because, inflation is so high right now, and they'd rather take that money and put it towards a place to live, or, people are budgeting differently this day and age.
Yeah.
And it's all good. It's all fine.
I was going to say all the availability got backed up. Because so many weddings got bumped.
Yeah.
So then it's like, if you got engaged in the past couple of years, it was like, well, good luck finding a venue till 2 years from now and all that stuff. So I think that also made people be like, well, we want to, be married sometimes for legal reasons. It helps for health insurance and stuff like that. And so I've known a lot of people, they're like, we got married already legally. And they're like, we'll have a party sometime.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know when, we don't know what we're doing, but it's going to be more of a chill thing.
Exactly. So I'm thinking more because my kids are older now, like what would I do if this is what they wanted to do? And I have to be honest, I'll do whatever makes them happy. Right. If they want a what do you call it, destination wedding, we'll have a destination wedding. If they want to elope, we'll elope. If they want to just do a church ceremony and we go out to dinner, immediate family, we'll do that. If they want the big party, we'll do that too. Whatever is going to make them happy and less stress. Getting married is already stressful enough.
Yeah.
Getting to live with your partner, that first year of, meshing together, living together is already stressful enough. Why are we going to start that off with a stressful wedding?
Yeah. Or even more important, it's like, more importantly, who are you marrying?
Yeah.
Is more the thing. Is this the right person for you? Like,
exactly.
You get wrapped up in all that bridal stuff. It is crazy. And that's coming from us, a family that makes wedding cakes.
Absolutely.
We're still like, it can be nuts. Like,
we can still make the cake. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
You can still go elope and I'll get you, make you a wedding cake.
Right.
But ultimately it's whatever makes them happy. That's, again, my opinion, my feeling. I know, probably Italian moms out there are probably like, you must be kidding me. What are you talking about?
Well, it's also because like we have so many family parties. It's like, we're not starved for the party. If one person wants to do a light little thing, we're like, fine. No problem at all.
Exactly.
But also I was going to say, what drives me crazy is like, it sounds like she isn't paying for it.
Yeah.
Usually that's where the tension comes in is if your parents are paying for it and they want you to like do certain things, or maybe they're like, you have to have the Venetian hour and like that's usually where you're in this area. You go, okay, well, I'm not paying for it. And if they're paying for it, you're like, I do want to make them happy. But this, it sounds like it's like, okay, well, do you want to cater it? Like, do you want some food there? Does that make us look cheap because there's just not dinner? Like, do you want to offer to cater it? Like,
no,
that's kind of my attitude. I'd be like, okay, well, do you want to pay for the food? Like, especially if it is a financial thing. It's like, look, people are struggling. They still want to enjoy their little celebration and do whatever they can do. Great. But like, that's what I would look at that person and be like, you want to pay for it? Like, you know?
Well, I guess we don't know more details on this question, but yeah, you're absolutely right. If it's a financial thing, if the parents are paying, then you look at it in a different way.
Right. Because I'm like, don't call me. Oh, sorry. I'd be like, don't call me cheap, but you're also not putting in any money.
Exactly.
Like, because I feel like if you're trying to compromise and be like, okay, she thinks just cake and punch is like not enough, right? I would be like, okay, I'm sure you could find a caterer that could do a couple pans of some food, you know, depending on how many people are coming. Or like you said, I'm like, I love the idea of like, we have a nice ceremony. We just go sit down, have a nice dinner. Yeah. And it's much more affordable than having a big party. Yeah. Especially like if you don't drink.
More intimate and more who you want there. You know, it's more, and you get to actually sit and talk to everybody. And I don't know, that's, again, everyone has their own thing and their own feeling about it. But that's just my opinion.
Right. Because, I mean, also with your mom, it's like, well, do you want to be there? Because we could elope and not have you there at all if we wanted to. They can come to Vegas with me and go gamble at the tables all night and not do any of this, you know, if they wanted to. So, because I feel like my mom would say that to me. She'd be like, even if you don't want a big thing, like, I obviously would like to be there, like my parents. So I'm like, you're including your family, you know? It's like, we want you to be included. And if it's not worth your time, then okay, see ya. That's what I'd say. I'd be like, all right, you don't have to come.
Yeah, which would be sad.
Right.
You know, it would be sad. And I would never put my kids through that. Like, I would never put them through that.
No, right? But it's like, celebrate how you want to celebrate. Yeah. It's like, life's too short.
Or maybe I should say I would never put them through that if I liked who they were marrying.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe, is your mom trying to say something else? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But congratulations.
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
You found your person. We love. So congrats. And I mean, you know where to find a cake if you need a cake.
There, anytime.
Yeah.
You know where to find us.
So anyway, guys, thank you so much for emailing in, Jessica. And we'd love to hear from you guys. Send us an email. It's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. And feel free to comment on this episode, any of your thoughts, but also send us any guest suggestions of people you'd like to see on the show. So, you know, we love having the family on, but
absolutely,
we can make some honorary cousins on the show. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys. Till next time.
Bye.